Hi, in part 1 I created a NUnit test by exporting the C# file using Selenium IDE into a NUnit class here. And what I really wanted to do was here is kind of compare and contrast the setup and teardown. So in the previous video I actually put the setup in the constructor itself. So you'll see in this MsTest I actually have this in the constructor, which isn't really necessarily a best practice. The best practice is actually to use the MsTest initialize and cleanup methods. So here I have an MsTest class where I put the test initialize method attribute on this method along with the code that does the initialization. And the cleanup code, I mark this method here as a test cleanup. So this mirrors basically the NUnit setup and teardown, which is more of a proper way and best practice to do this. So let me demo this right now. And the reason why I did it is because I do want to stop and close the browser and the Selenium control panel that sends the commands to the browser in a more controlled fashion, namely in the way the MsTest and NUnit infrastructure is. Before and after a test it calls a certain method with a certain attribute, and that is the more proper way to do it. Notice here also that I've put a delay for each command, after each command, 800 milliseconds, and also doing a screen capture here. So let me demo this right now, where I'm going to rebuild and I'm going to run the test. So you'll see what's coming up here is that Selenium control panel. And this is what I'm talking about, is that control panel I really wanted to close in a more controlled manner. So this is the test I'm running that's simply logging into Outlook, the web Outlook, web email, and signing out. And that's a very common test scenario, to sign in and exit your test environment or your test web application. So I also took a couple of pictures, and you'll see here's one of the pictures and here's another one of the pictures. So I did take screenshots here, and the proper way to do it sometimes is to put a bigger delay so that the screenshot can be taken of what you want at that moment in time. But that's really all I wanted to mention, was basically paralleling the two types of initialization and cleanup methods of NUnit and MsTest. Okay, thank you.